live stream from the patio, but Wi-Fi just was not strong enough. So we're gonna do one here from the kitchen table today. Gonna give kind of a summary of what's been going on the last couple of days. We've been hitting the road in the Land Cruiser. We made our way up to Don's docks on the Fox in Waterford. Had been wanting to stop there for 2 years now. It was on my checklist for the last 2 years, but the problem is we usually go through that area on Mondays or Tuesdays, and they've been closed since the pandemic on Mondays and Tuesdays there. I understand that coming out of the pandemic, but now that we're out of the pandemic, you would think that they would be open 7 days a week, but no, they're only open 5 days a week there. As a business proposition, I wonder how that works. But we did meet. I think he's got staffing issues too up there in Wisconsin. We met two of the waitresses there were from Naples, Florida, and I think they're up here as part of some program that finds workers for businesses. And these two sisters were living in downtown Milwaukee, which is about 35 miles away, and commuting out to this place. And I don't know if they're working in Milwaukee too, but it's their job for the summer. They said they wanted to get out of Florida and beat the heat for the summer. And they're two young girls, and they're making a go of it in downtown Milwaukee for the summer. So can't beat that. If you're not from the Milwaukee area, Milwaukee puts on a huge music festival, world-renowned, worldwide quality music festival called Summerfest, which is down at the lakefront of Lake Michigan in what they call the Summerfest grounds in Milwaukee, which is an awesome festival. And they've got probably 10 or 12 stages and a big stage for headliners. I think I heard Keith Urban's going to be in town. They have just a good mix of artists that come through there. And it's going to be 3 weekends. Check out their website, Google Summerfest Milwaukee. They're basically running the festival 3 weekends, probably starting the middle to late June. And the last one is the 4th and 6th of July, I believe. So check that out. It's a great experience. Been there many, many times. Not recently, but in the past, we've been there many, many times. It's a beautiful way to spend the day, catching some rays, listening to some music, having some cool drinks, and all on the shores of Lake Michigan in downtown Milwaukee. So there you go. So that's one experience we had. That was kind of bizarre, meeting people in Waterford, Wisconsin, who were coming to spend their summer in Milwaukee. Just had another experience. This I still don't understand. Got my hair cut. My buddy Michael wasn't there. I go to the local Great Clips, and the girl that cut my hair was very nice, very nice. Michael probably knows her. Michael, it's the girl with the dark long hair, and she had a couple of different colors going on in the front. To each his own, to each his own. But she was nice. The thing about this generation, which I don't understand, she seemed like she was probably 26, 28 years old. I asked her if she was saving for her retirement, and she says she wants to, but just hasn't been able to do it. Wow. Okay, if you're 26, 28 years old and you haven't started a savings program, and she's working, right? She's working. I don't know how much they make there, but she's making something. And I'm sure she gets decent tips, right? Where does that money go, folks? Where does it go? I told her that she should look at precious metals, which I got some right here. look at getting herself some precious metals. And if not that, you should have a Roth IRA. I mean, that's just a given, right? The reason I suggest Roth, again, it's not financial advice. I'm just telling you, this is what I would do if I was a young service worker. Is you got all that cash. If you put it into a Roth IRA, everything you earn in a Roth IRA is interest free. You pay no interest on the Roth when you cash that out when you retire. There's no taxes. It's all that interest you've accrued and got on that is free of government interventions. So there's a limit on how much you can put in. I think it's like what, maybe $7,000, 10,000. I can't remember. You'd have to look it up. But it's a good way to save money. And also, once you save money, if you're young and you're saving money, it does allow you to take money out for a one-time home purchase in the future. So there's two advantages. And I think I've said this before. I mean, Susie Orman, I saw a video about a month ago where she's advocating not even using a 401k anymore unless you're getting some type of bonus from your employer or match. She says she doesn't recommend saving in a 401k or an IRA anymore because you're just hurting yourself. And her reasoning is the money you put into an IRA or a 401k is going to be taxed down the road. And what do you think tax rates are going to be in the future? Higher. Okay. So she's recommending that you consider just bypassing it unless you're getting a company match or something and taking your money and maybe buying some of this stuff, right? Gold and silver, which is a hedge against inflation, which is not bad advice, not bad advice. So consider that, folks. The more I talk to the young generation, I guess they're Gen Zs, the more my head spins when it comes to finances. They have not been taught finances in any way, shape, or form, and maybe they're keeping our economy afloat as bad as it is. They're just spending their money. They're not saving it, which may sound like a good thing for short-term gains and being able to buy what you want and the satisfaction you get from that. But when you get to your later years in life and you need to retire and you look back and you don't have much in your savings account, going to be tough. Going to be tough because Social Security is already talking about reducing benefits by 70%. And I got a feeling it's not going to be the people like me that take the brunt of that. It's going to be the millennials and the Gen Zs that bear the brunt of that reduction. They're not going to take money out of people's mouths that have already retired. I just got a feeling on that one, but we'll see. 2030s. I think it was actually 2035 now is the new year I saw. I will be retired officially and on Social Security come before 2035, folks. So I'm expecting to get my full benefits, and if I don't, that's okay. I'll get something. The Gen Zs and the millennials may not get anything at this point. People just don't want to work. And I'm not sure why, but the work ethic of the younger generations is appalling, mind-boggling, whatever word you want to use. Looks like we got a couple of people. Hit the like button if you would for me. Keep this video going out to the masses. Check out our other videos that we did. We did some shorts this week from our excursions that we did. I think we're gonna go and hit they call it the Field of the Fallen here in my town. That was on the news last night. There's a local military nonprofit that puts up flags, full-size flags for every military person that has lost their life from the state of Illinois. And those are labeled and put up in a large field that's donated by an organization that has a field out here. They've been doing it the last 5 or 6 years. So we'll be going and seeing the Field of the Fallen and making a donation to the organization that manages that. And it's an all weekend thing. They have a veteran on site around the clock, and it's a solemn experience. And we'll try to take some video of it. As I've said in the last couple of videos that I've done, myself and Susie-q come from families that have been in the military in past generations. Not recently, but in past generations, we've got a strong presence in the Army. My father was in the Army. Sue's father was in the Army. I have an uncle that was in the Army also. So have a relative that was in Vietnam, several that were in Korea. My father was in the Army for just 3 years. He spent some time in Germany, but not during any conflict or anything. So, we go back. We've got the relatives that were in World War II, Vietnam, Korea. So scattered across all those. Just met a gentleman whose son is currently in the Marines in San Diego. So there's several people we know that are in the actively in the military now, but none from our family. So we give homage to the veterans. We give homage to those that gave it all for us and our freedom. Right? They keep this country free, and they keep us going. So there you go. Hope you guys are having a good Memorial Day weekend. I suggest you run out after the holidays. If you don't have a Roth IRA and you're a working person, I suggest that you run out and open a Roth IRA and start investing in a Roth IRA. If you don't have one and you're not investing in your retirement, because things are going to get crazy. Okay. For you folks who weren't around in 2008, the craziness is yet to come. So get ready. Get ready. If you think things are crazy now with inflation, I suspect that inflation is going to remain strong in the next half year here. I mentioned yesterday in a video, gas went up in a matter of a week here by 60 cents in Illinois. In the Chicago area, went from like $4 to $4.60 pretty much in 4 or 5 days. I turned around, I'm like, what the hell just happened? So even though Uncle Joe, they say Uncle Joe, he's publicizing that he's taking some oil out of the reserves and putting it into the market. That's like 2 hours worth of oil for our nation, folks. It's going to be a blimp on the radar, if nothing else. It's not going to be much of a help to gas prices this summer. There was, I think Fox News did a survey of people on whether or not they were going to take a vacation this summer. 55% of the people surveyed said they will not be taking a vacation this summer. And when they followed up why, 73% of those 55% that said no said it was because of money concerns. So you can see that inflation is starting to impact people's behaviors. in many ways, not just whether they vacation or not. Travel, I guess, is going to be reduced. People are now shopping at Walmart. They're not shopping at Jewel and Albertsons and Kroger's like they used to. They're trying to save some money by changing their behaviors, shopping smart. I heard too that Heinz, the ketchup maker, is seeing a reduction in revenue and sales because people aren't buying Heinz anymore. Restaurants are not using as much because people can't afford to go to restaurants as frequently as they used to. Even fast food prices are through the roof. So Heinz is seeing a reduction in the need for their ketchup. Go figure. So look around, folks. The economy is having some issues and it's not good. And things are going to get worse here as we move forward. I hate to deliver bad news, but things aren't getting any better in the economy. Car sales, go buy a car lot, you'll see cars are stacking up. They don't know where to put these cars. I took you guys this week to a car dealer off premises lot that had like over 100 cars. Do you think he would need that lot if he was selling cars? Just a question you may want to ask yourself. This guy's maintaining an off-premise lot with 100 cars that he can't sell, at least not right now. Getting crazy. It's just starting, folks. I'm here to tell you, if you weren't around for 2008, I lived through 2008. I saw some weird stuff happen. We're going to see some weird stuff happen here with our economy as we move forward in the near term and long term. So put your seatbelt on, get ready for the collapse of this economy, and like, share, and subscribe here because we're going to be talking about the collapse. We're going to be showing you the collapse as we move forward. So check out our videos that we did on the collapse of the economy. We got a couple out there already. That's all I have for today. Hit the like button if you would for me. I see we got a couple of people on. No one's commenting. No comments, folks. Come on. Can you comment for me? No. No chats. Okay. Think I'm going to end it there. Over and out, DJ Wonder Chrissy for Land Cruiser Midwest. Have a good weekend. And God bless our service men and women. And we're over and out. Thank you.